Good morning, everyone. So today we're going to be doing a houseplant tour walkthrough to see. I know you guys have not seen my plants in so long, and like I said in my last video, I killed all of my plants. But I have built back up my plant collection in a very small amount of time. It doesn't take much. We know that. But this is going to be very raw. I'm coming to you on a Friday morning. I'm probably going to upload this video. The same day you're seeing this is the same day that I'm filming this video. So we have our coffee. It's a beautiful morning outside. The plants are growing. And so, yeah, let's go and see what we have. Like I said, this is a raw video, so there are dog toys everywhere. And so we're not going to judge. Right? Okay. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so we're first going to start with my Besos shelf. It's by Chloe's Cage. So let's get started. One of the very first plants that I got while I was building up my collection is this Philodendron Billietiae, and it actually has put out this new leaf since I got it. It started off as a cutting with just a few roots, and it has 3 leaves, but it has been well rooted, and like I said, it pushed out this new leaf that I think is still sizing up, because look at these leaves versus this one. I think it should get at least a little bigger, even if it stays smaller than the older leaves. And then this one is a philodendron bicolor, and it has these beautiful red backs of the leaves. And I got this, I think it was like free with purchase, or I didn't spend a lot of money on this, really, like max $2. And then next I got this variegated Lacanosa I think it's bicolor or bono, or yeah, variegated Lacanosa Hoya. And then I have this beautiful Philodendron Florida Beauty. It's beautifully variegated. One thing I do want to say is I didn't spend a lot of money. So 2021 Ashley would be shook, but I've been seeing people put this like grafting tape on the stems in order to root it to the moss poles. So that's what I'm doing here, and it's pushing out this new leaf that emerged this week. I also have this variegated Veitchii that I got from Home Depot for like $3 because they're having a sale right now. And then over here I have my Hoya Villanosa, I think. Is it Villanosa? I get confused with Globulosa and is it Villosa? Oh, it's Villosa, I believe, and it's putting out a new shoot, so I'm really happy about that. Okay, and then this one is pretty cool. So I got this. This is a caramel marble that I got for literally $10. It feels so crazy to say, but I cut the top off because it was neglected, which is why it was so cheap, but it still has the variegation in the stems here. But I cut the top off in case something happened to the bottom of the plant. And I treated it for pests and everything. But it came with another plant, and I'll show you where the top is and the other plant because they're together. And then I got this alocasia. I actually got this for free from somebody from my Facebook group. I bought another plant from them, And they ended up giving me a bunch of plants for free. So I'm not actually sure what this one is. But I do know it's an alocasia. And then I have this tiny variegated frydek here. And I recently treated them both for spider mites. They both had spider mites, so if you see any damage, that's probably the spider mite damage. But moving on to the next shelf, I have a Wilbur Graves cutting here, and I was trying to look at it for any growth. I think it has a little something coming there, but it's going to be really hard to see from this angle. And then behind it, I have 2 philodendron gloriouses. I got them both for, together they were $2. But it is actually putting out, let me back up here, putting out a new leaf, and I think it's going to be big. And then I'm also trying to root the taller one to the moss pole. The smaller one doesn't have much to root to the moss pole yet, so it's still rooted in the pot. Okay, and then moving over, I got this philodendron splendid that I'm also waiting for it to grow into something. And then back here, I also have this Monstera albo, and it recently gave me this new leaf. I'm hoping for more variegation. I was looking at the stem and trying to figure out, I'm like, will it get more variegation? I'm not quite sure. So we shall see what it does. And then in front of it, I have the philodendron varicosum that was actually sold to me. I think she told me that it was a glorious, but I knew immediately it was not a glorious. It was a varicosum. And look at the red backs of the leaves. It's so beautiful. And I'm also trying to root the tallest one. There's 3 growth points in here. I got this for $2. There's 3 of them in here. And here's a new leaf. It was all furled up when I got it, but when I planted it, both this one and this leaf over here unfurled. So that's good. And then I have a Hoya obovata here that I also got for really cheap. You're gonna see this like theme of me saying everything is really cheap, because I just can't believe the prices now versus like 2021 to 2025. It's crazy. And then you could see in one of my other videos, I did buy a variegated Burl Marx, but I killed it. And I paid $125 for this. Guess how much I paid for this? $2. Actually, wait, hold on. I think I got this for free. And then I paid $4 for this, actually. So, yeah. But it also put out a new leaf, and it's all yellow. So I'm sure it will kill itself off, but for now, we'll focus on this one. And then over here, I got my Hoya Hindu rope that I got from Lowe's, a big box store, one of them. I'm not quite sure which one, but one of them early on when I decided to build back up my collection. And then moving on to the next shelf, I have a philodendron atabapoense, and it is putting out this new leaf. And I have it in this self-watering pot. And I'm also trying to, it actually has rooted. Do you see? It has rooted into the moss pole. That is a root. All of that. So hopefully it will size up. And then I have this strawberry shake down here. It's so cute. It's so peppy. I want that one to get bigger as well. And then right here I have a Calistophylla black cat, and it also has a growth point going. You can see it right there. And then I got this Hoya variegated Bertonier, or what they're calling sea stones, and it has some growth going as well. Over here I have a Hoya Sarawak, and it is growing from not 2, but from 4 points of growth. Let's see if we can let you see. 4 points of growth. Do you see them? So that one is doing very well. And then behind it, or in front of it rather, I have a Monstera obliqua, Peru. And I don't think these leaves unfurled correctly. So they're kind of stuck like that, but the leaves are supposed to look like that. And then I have a Hoya Calistophylla splash here, and it also has some growth going there, both right there and right there. And yeah. And then over here I have my Hoya australis lisa here, and it's putting out some growth. Behind it is my mother of thousands. And then right here I have some Anthurium bakeri seedlings. I feel like I've seen everyone with Anthurium bakeri seedlings. So yeah. And then I also have this variegated carrii. Remember that huge carrii that I used to have that was all green? I feel like this one will size up like that one. And then I have a Pilea peperomoides that I got from my Facebook group. And then down here, these are some things that were left over from one of the bins that I had before I killed all of my plants. So there's a Syngonium erythrophylla. I'm trying to hang on for dear life. There is an Anthurium, Villenaeorum. That actually is not doing too bad. I hope it hangs in there. And then a silver sword, which looks very sad. A bottom cut of the philodendron soderoi that I got from one of my Facebook groups. This is another silver sword. This is, I believe, a squamiferum. Yeah, and it looks very sad. And then this is a Syngonium chiapense that I took off of a big plant that I will show you later on in the video. This is a Hoya Nova Ghost that I got from the same seller from my Facebook group that I got from the Obovata. And then this is a Monstera Peru that I cut up. And then these are some rotting succulents. Then I have some propagations going on in here, various propagations. A lot of string of hearts, string of turtles, variegated string of hearts. Okay, moving on to the window. Like I said, there was going to be some dog toys. Right here is my Monstera Thai constellation that I got from a big box store, and it has really sized up this summer. It's thicker than my finger, and I literally got it maybe in June, possibly, maybe even July. It was actually really the first plant that I got when I decided that I was gonna start keeping plants again. And then on my bookshelf, I have a mini orchid that my dad got that is gonna put out some blooms here pretty soon. He got me from the clearance section. And then I have this ponderosa lemon tree that is, I'm just trying to really just keep it alive during this winter, and it does have a lemon. It had scale, and I think that's why it the lemon looks like that. So, and then I have the Monstera aurea that of course has had some browning, and I'm just waiting for it to grow a little bit more. And so it has actually started putting out this new growth. That's very recent. That is very recent. Okay. And then I never thought I would say this. But I have in my possession a Spiritus Sancti. I posted this on my Instagram. Like, what is happening? I'm so shook right now that, like, you can literally go to your local garden center and now get a Spiritus Sancti. Like, that sounds so weird. It's so weird. But it recently put out this new leaf for me, literally this week. And then I have some propagations here. Monstera Peru, I think might be sunstressed. And then I have this variegated Comengiana cutting. And then I have a variegated Hoya Polynura, but it came in, two of the cuttings came in leca. I got them from two different people. These 3 cuttings from 2 different people. So 2 came from one person and 1 came from the other person. And so I think that's what it's reacting to, is being in soil now. And so hopefully that one acclimates and does better. Okay, so this is the large Syngonium chia pence that I got from one of the people in my Facebook group. It's absolutely ginormous. This is not even the biggest leaf. I think this one is the biggest leaf. And there's my hand compared. And it's ginormous. And it's finally pushing out this leaf that I think got damaged. But it's absolutely ginormous. And I think it's finally like well acclimated and rooting. So now it's pushing out this leaf. And then so I had to cut it in half because the lady that I got it from, it was hanging out of her bird feeder, like a large snake. And so I had to cut it in half to even root it. And then so this is the top, and then this is the bottom, and it's putting out this new growth here. Finally, it's gotten bigger. So I'm really happy about that. And then down here on the bottom, I have this philodendron sorderoy. This is the top cutting. We saw the bottom cutting on the other shelf. And then from the same lady, I got the chia pence, the large chia pence. I got this just regular Monstera deliciosa. And then I cut the top off of my aurea, and there it is in leca. I got this snake plant for free. And then this This is the top cutting of the caramel marble I got for $10. And then I also, from the same person, got this Hoya or Obscura, variegated Obscura, and it actually had root mealies. So I literally just chopped the top of it, and now I'm just rerooting it. And then moving over to the window, I have this variegated Oreo Monstera, and that's Chloe barking. But it's pushing out not only a new leaf, I think this other leaf over here got stuck, but it's also pushing out some new growth here at the bottom as well. And then I recently got this variegated jade here that I want to make big. And then this is a very large Hoya publicalis that I got from Home Depot that actually my dad bought me, and we split it. So this is actually half, and it's still gigantic. And then I got this Queen of the Night cactus as a free with purchase from one of my Facebook groups sales purchase. And then this is just a Phalaenopsis orchid that my dad got me. And this is a large Syngonium. Is it not Blizzard? It'll come to me, hopefully. But not the Chia Pence, but the Syngonium Frosted Heart. That's what it is. Frosted Heart. And then I felt like my grow lights were burning my Pink Princess, as per they usually do, because I feel like Pink Princess is a very sensitive. So I decided to actually put it in my south window, and it's pushing yet another leaf. And I feel like the variegation is going away, but that usually happens. See, there's some burning there. And then this is a plant that I have had for literally ever, this Euphorbia. And I've literally had it since, you know, I was doing plants last. And it's probably the only plant that held in there because I did not water anything. So this one has been riding dirty for literally years. And I had to cut it up, cut off the tops because it got mealy bugs. And of course, if I wasn't watering, I also wasn't treating for pests. So, yeah. And I had to clean it up. So, this one has been a good one. And then finally, I have this reverted Oreo arrowhead. And, of course, it dropped all the leaves because I literally cut it up. It was also free. I literally cut it up, and now it's pushing new growth. But yeah, just ignore this dead leaf because it does in fact have new growth coming, but it's all green, so that's fine. And last but not least, I have this staghorn fern that I got, you guessed it, for free. And so I probably need to water it because it's got some crispy tips. But it's gigantic. Okay, so that is all of my plants, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you guys have a great, wonderful weekend. Bye. Say bye, Chloe. Bye.